Hello everyone, I'm Debashis and I'm back again with my new episode of analysis on ongoing elections. Four phases are already over, so 380 seats are already voted for, and 163 will be going in remaining three phases. But still, the digital content war is on in such a way from both sides. You know, views are being diametrically opposite of one another that no one is sure what is going to happen. For a common person to understand what is the situation now is very confusing. Whether one party has already won a very comfortable number of seats out of the 380 which is voted for, or is it a neck to neck battle? What is going to happen? Is it going to be a decisive victory for one side, or is it going to be a hung type of situation? No one is sure based on the diverse analysis. So, what I will try to do is um, keep the thing simple, discuss some key states which will help us understand what is the situation so far and in which direction the election is heading. And also, I will tell you some shocking or surprising facts or factors which issues which perhaps very few have covered so far. And based on that, I'll tell you how the narratives have been shaping up and why. From phase 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and so on. So, to begin with, let me give a poser here. Um, you know, we are talking of key states, and you would have heard that there are four states, maybe Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Bengal, which will decide the fortune of outcome of this election. Then there would be other analysis that would tell you that Rajasthan and Karnataka are very critical, where Bihar also, where the current alliance is losing in a big way. But do you know which state is likely to give the biggest swing of seats if I talk vis-a-vis 2019 between two alliances? When I'm talking of alliance, means alliance as of today. So the combine which is there, if that needs to be considered for 2019 results, which state is going to give a biggest swing, like X going to increase by how many seats or Y decreasing by how many seats, vice versa. And it is neither of these five states that I just mentioned. People talk of Bengal, people talk of Maharashtra, people talk of Karnataka, Bihar, even recently, based on the India Alliance uh, campaign in UP, they are saying that there could be a biggest loss of NDA in Uttar Pradesh. But none of these states is that state which is going to give you the biggest swing in terms of seat from A side to B side vis-a-vis 2019. So think about it. I will tell you the name of this state in a while. Now, covering some key states. Maharashtra is a very key state, and since um, Shiv Sena and NCP have you know broken into parts, and both alliances are having one chunk of it. So even for the political commentators, even for the psephologists, or the voters also, it is very confusing whom to support and on what ground. But let me tell you, if we look at very closely in at Maharashtra elections, it's not very difficult to understand. It's not alliance per se which is going to do well or bad. It's the specific constituents of that alliance which is going to drive its own outcome and in nutshell for that alliance. So let me make it very simple for you. When we are talking of Mahavikas Agadi, which is Sharad Pawar, NCP, Uddhav Thackeray, Shiv Sena, and Congress, there Sharad Pawar and Congress are on a very very sticky wicket. They are likely to register maybe their worst results ever in terms of number of seats they fought and what they are going to win. The news that I am getting from Maharashtra is that Congress is not able to garner support outside the maybe Muslim community, and its support base is very limited. That's why you see these statements coming from Maharashtra Congress, like Ram Mandir Shuddhikaran karwayenge, just to you know try to get some votes from somewhere. They are not able to bring their voters to the booth. That's why Maharashtra, the voting percentage is very low. Similarly, Sharad Pawar party is in shambles. And so let me tell you, how many seats they are going to win and how many they are fighting. Sharad Pawar is fighting on 10 seats, Sharad Pawar NCP. They are not going to win more than 2. So they are going to almost disappear from politics. Maybe there is already talk from Sharad Pawar that regional party need to merge with Congress or a national alternative or whatever. Those are post-election scenarios that we can, see what will happen, how it unfolds. Similarly, Congress, they're fighting on 17 seats, and the max they can win, the max is 4. So when we talk of 17 and 10, out of 27 seats, Mahavikas Agadi cannot win more than 6. Now, coming to the 21 seats that Uddhav Thackeray is fighting, people thought that he will get the emotional support of voters. Maybe he was ditched by um, his legislators and his party men. But as it seems, he's also not on a very strong wicket. Looking at the language that he's using these days, just rebuking Modi, in very, very unparliamentary kind of language, um, means that the desperation is very much palpable in Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray. But still, I feel that since they have their strongholds in Mumbai and greater Mumbai area mainly, so out of the 21 seats that they are fighting, their strike rate could be 40-45%. So I think max they can win is 9. They can be lesser also, maybe 7, 8, 9. So 9 plus 6, this is the max I am saying, Mahavikas Agadi, 15, which means 33 is the minimum that should go to NDA alliance. Now in NDA alliance, again, the strike rate of BJP is going to be 85 to 90%. That's why they wanted to fight maximum number of seats, because this was very much clear that BJP is the strongest link in their own ally. So, but eventually they tried for 32 and all that, but after taking everybody along, finally they came down to 28. So out of 28, they should win maybe 24, 25 minimum. But other alliance like 15 is being given to Shiv Sena of Chief Minister Shinde, and there they will win maybe 7, 8, like that. So almost half. Whereas BJP is converting 85 to 90% seat, and their one alliance is converting 45 to 50%. And similarly, the junior Pawar, Ajit Pawar, he is fighting only on 4 or 5 seats, but again, maybe he can win two out of that, two or three. So again, close to 50% conversion. So Maharashtra, my projection is 33 minimum for NDA and 15 max for Mahavikas Aghadi. Now coming to another key state, Bihar, where there is a lot of talk that the opposition led by Tejashwi is getting a lot of traction and a lot of crowd is coming. But the ground reality is that based on um, support for Modi ji, even the alliance partners like Nitish mainly, who as a party or his own charisma has gone down like anything, but people are voting for him because they have to support Modi ji. This is what is going to happen, and I feel that I think they should not lose more than 6 seats or 7 seats max. Again, I am saying against 39 of 2019, it should be 33, 32. That is the minimum that NDA should get. It could be even more. And almost 16 or 17 seats by BJP, all of which they are fighting on. Similarly, strike rate of LGP should also be pretty good. They are fighting on 6 and they should win around 4. Small partners are 1 each, out of which RLSP is a little tight fight because of one film star announcing his candidature from Karakatsi. But other than that, Gaya, I think Jitendra Ramaji should win. And then it comes to JDU, where I told you that majorly on the plank of Modi Karishma, they are also going to retain most of the seats. Maybe 16 they would win, 11, 12 like that. Could be even more. So 33, 32 is my lowest projection, and you should not be surprised if NDA goes up to 35, 36 also in Bihar. So this is second critical state. Now let me spend a few minutes on how this narrative is changing and why every phase you see Modi ji is doing something. One thing that looks very apparent because of this time Congress digital campaign is also um, being run very professionally, and a lot of small YouTube channels are highlighting their support and election going in their favor. But if I tell you the crux, you will be really shocked to know that Rahul Gandhi, though he is being projected as the next best alternative to Narendra Modi, but he just not a factor in this election. What I hear from psephologists, people who are conducting uh, exit interviews, he is not a factor at all. People are not voting because of Rahul Gandhi at all. The only factor, the main issue of this election is Narendra Modi himself. So, whether it is campaign wise of all the parties, or even the voter, when he is voting, 90% of the you know decision is based on whether to support Narendra Modi or whether to oppose him. So he is the main issue, and that's why he has been very, very, I would say, smart in changing the narratives phase to phase. Because in the first phase, what feedback they got from their internal sources, BJP and NDA, especially BJP, that they giving this slogan that "Ab ki baar 400 par" made their voters little slack, and maybe at local level, if their MP's performance is not good, and somebody feels that he wants to support Modi ji definitely, but he's not happy with the MP performance, then in some places people started thinking, let my MP not win. Maybe Modi ji will not get 400, he will get 399, 398, like that, if one or two MPs like my area lose. So little, less enthusiastic in going to vote, or maybe voting against the local MP. So they, and second issue was, Congress in the initial phase did a good thing by highlighting that BJP can play with reservation, they might remove reservation and all those things, which kind of got some response in the initial phase. That is why just after the first phase, Modi ji went, whole hog about, this Mangal Sutra and all those things. Basically, he wanted, in response to what Modi ji will remove reservation, and Dalits may be feeling little, jittery. He wanted the entire Hindu community to vote en masse. That's why he created this narrative, because that was the quickest thing he could think of, because there is a team who is working and they find out, how to, uh, day to day basis, how to counter the narrative. So they felt that while majority of Muslims are going for India alliance, and if there is division in Hindu community, it could not be auguring well for NDA. So this is what they wanted. But as soon as they got more credible evidence of countering that they are not going to play with reservation, by third phase the narrative was changed to, like, Congress. By that time, this they got the news that Karnataka Muslims were included in the OBC quota, and some medical seats, almost 15% admissions were given to Muslim community based on that reservation, because overnight, all Muslim caste, 100% of Muslim community was included in the OBC list. So when they had this kind of credible evidence that, look, they are talking of us changing the reservation, they are playing with fire, and they are changing the reservation policy and taking the Muslims into it, and at the cost of Dalits, OBCs, SC, ST. So then he left this Hindu, Muslim, and plan, because he had more credible counter based on that. Congress is going to now take away the reservation, so the narrative changed. So it was just to counter, and it had an impact, because in third phase and fourth phase, one, the voting moved from non NDA states, like in first phase Tamil Nadu, which was zero for NDA, and second phase Kerala was there, out of 88 seats, 20, which was again zero for NDA. So unlike first two phases, third and fourth phases, they moved to the states where 60, 70, 80% seats were won by BJP in 2019. So they were like in home turf. So plus this counter narrative that they had created, that, look, majority of Hindu, irrespective of caste and creed, should vote for NDA. So that created an impact, and they got the feedback that yes, and the voting percentage is also getting little better in phase third and fourth. The response is better, and it is getting the right kind of response. So by the time fourth phase is over, now you can see they are again talking of same, and the 400 narrative was also put on hold for some time, so that there should not be a sense of overconfidence. But after fourth phase, again this 400 par narrative is there, because now they feel that the election is almost won. This is how the narrative have moved, and this is why, this is the background I am telling you, which not many people are able to decipher. Now, coming to the seat projections, till phase 4, uh, you know, NDA is claiming like that they have won the election. They are 270 plus already out of 380 seats, while starting from 140 to 200 to 30 is the projections given by the Kshatraps of India Alliance. Like Kejriwal is saying Modi ji or NDA will not get more than 230. Then Congress was saying 180, they went to 150. Again, Rahul came back to 180. Kharge ji is saying not more than 200. Akhilesh Yadav is projecting not more than 140 for NDA. Mamata Banerjee is saying not more than 195 to 200 for NDA. But she is the only one who is projecting that Indy will get 295 or 300. Others are only opposition, only quoting how minimum the NDA will win. They are not projecting anything about their own alliance, how much they will win. But in this entire confusion, what is the correct status if we go phase by phase? So, based on the analysis and ground realities and how it has moved, why BJP might have done little better in phase 1 but could not do because of this, playing with constitution. 400 they are seeking because they want to change the constitution, to change the reservation. That narrative maybe hit them. So Tamil Nadu, they could have done maybe 10 seats. Now they might win as an alliance, maybe 3, 4, 5. But they recovered pretty quickly, and by the time phase 4 is over, my projection is that NDA has already won 245 seats. Means 240 to 250. If I divide it between BJP and Alliance, BJP is already 210 to 215. So I would like to say 215 plus minus 5 for BJP so far, and for Alliance it's already 32, 33 is the projection coming to. So maybe 35 plus minus 5. So in a way, totality I would say 245 seats comfortably they should be there. 245 plus minus 5 or 7 so far. So with 163 seats yet to go to polls, to get a comfortable majority, they just need 30 odd seats as an alliance. Of course, the claims and counterclaims of 400 and all those things are there, and of course, the remaining seats based on 2019, around 118 were won out of this 163 by NDA. So, if we add the same number in 245, 118, it crosses 363, which is two-third majority for NDA. And based on the confidence that now NDA is showing, it seems like, and desperation that is coming from India Alliance, uh, like today I think Akhilesh said that 79 seats they are winning in UP, and only one seat where BJP is in fight. So these kinds of projections, um, good that he did not say that he is winning 125 out of UP. So, based on this scenario, what I think is, anyway, in all my projections, I have always told you NDA is on a strong footing. Maybe in the first phase, that narrative of they want to change the constitution, and one or two MP aspirants of BJP also said that was correlated with changing the reservation. That was little slippery, which they course corrected. And now NDA is confident, and they should move strongly from here. So they should be in a comfortable majority. Now, coming to the question that I asked, which is the state which is going to give you the largest swing in terms of seat vis-a-vis 2090 from Alliance Indy to NDA or vice versa? So that is neither Maharashtra nor Bihar, not Bengal either, no Karnataka. That state is going to be Andhra Pradesh, which people are forgetting. Because in Andhra Pradesh, NDA was only having 3 seats. If we can include TDP of 2019 also in NDA, because today they are partner of NDA. So 3 seats to TDP, balance 22 to Jagan Mohan Party, YCRCP. So now it is going to reverse almost. This time the minimum that NDA should win is 18. So 15 seats swing. 14 to 15, 17 or 18. This is the minimum. Uh, Andhra Pradesh is known to give a very decisive and swing kind of vote. It could also that maybe they will cross 19 or 20. But 17 or 18 looks very, very likely, because after Chandrababu Naidu was put in jail, there is a lot of sympathy for him, and that is one single most bad decision taken by Jagan Mohan Reddy. Otherwise, he is a popular leader. He is having a big section of Labharti, just like created by NDA on a central level. But all in all, there is anti-incumbency and sympathy for the opposition. So 15 seats in any of the states you take are not changing hands from 2019. So Andhra is, you can say, unsung hero of this election, where it is supporting NDA to come back to power very strongly. So that state which I asked you is Andhra, and my projection, just to remind you again, 345 almost won by NDA so far. Okay, so by next phase I will come again with new analysis. Keep watching and do subscribe the channel so that in future you are notified, and try to spread the channel among your friends. Thank you so much.